Yeah, hello guys, Cloudie here, checking in with the update list of the final patch for October, which is just being applied to the servers as we speak. And this patch is mainly about Valance, about whom I'm super hyped, so let's get to it, see what Vespa has to offer to us. Let's see. So Valance is of course being added. We get to find out that she will be added for free through her story dungeon, and later on, if you have cleared stage 10, then you should also get her for free. Of course, being a new character, she comes with a step-up summon, and the end reward for that is the totally not over-sexualized costume, which is nice, but I think I kinda like her 5-star costume more. Knowing myself, I'll probably pull just to get it done, but yeah, like I think I do like that costume more than this. I don't know. Yeah. So let's see, we will be getting the hero special dungeon for her, which is telling some of her story. It's the usual deal, you get 5 tickets and then you get 1 ticket each day and you can hold up to 5. Clearing the stages will give you rewards that you can turn in at this step-up kind of screen, quest screen or whatever. We will talk a bit more about that in the specific Valance slide. Moving on, they are creating some portal where you will be able to move to the main screen of the workshop. So I thought we already had this one, so I'm not quite sure. Whatever, maybe it's just specific to chapter 10, I don't know, I guess we will be seeing. And Valance will be wearing the limited costume after the update, so that's interesting. They are adding some cutscenes for Shakmi, or birthday cutscenes for Shakmi. They are replacing the main title illustration with the this is being updated or changed to Valance and Ezeta, and the music is changed to Promise. I'm not quite sure which one that is. Okay, and this will be added, or maybe this is a new one, and this is then being added to the jukebox too, and they are replacing the icon. So that's really all of it. Obrigard will be the new challenge raid that we are starting this week, starting with the multi-season. They are doing a small change here that the first skill will not be random, but it will be summoning the one that is immune to physical damage, and then this immunity will sequentially change at each use. So first it will be physical immunity, then it will be magic immunity, then it will be physical immunity, and so on and so on and so on. And then they are making adjustments to the Raider's pledge penalties that you can use at the raid boss. And then there are some modeling fixes and function fixes. Nothing really major or fancy. Valance is the main part of this patch, so let's just head over to the page that talks about her in more detail. Now, normally I don't really want to do hero reviews during the patch notes because they tend to get too long, but in this case, that's a nice sketch. In this case, there really isn't anything else in the patch notes, it's all about Valance, so let's just look what there is about her. So we have some background story, which you can read if you want to. It's mainly Rose thinking about Crow and Rose. No, sorry, it's Valance thinking about Crow and Rose. Alright, I got that right. Hero information, so she's a mechanic, physical type, and if you get her, then the material cost for crafting technology gear will have a 15% discount, which is nice enough. You will be able to get her from the we will only be able to use the level 1 reward, so you will only be able to get her weapon through kinship gifts, so that's good because you can get her for free. You get her through the story dungeon, and after that expires you will get her if you have cleared 10, and you might need to relog to the game for that, but get her through the story dungeon. Yeah, alright. And then you will be able to give her presents, so that's all good. Let's see what she does. First skill, prototype VA, skill 1. Dispels negative effects from the ally with the highest attack and grants hologram for 15 seconds, which increases the attack crit chance of the hero, heals HP every second, and reduces its cooldown of all active skills by 0.2 seconds. I assume that this is every second, for 15 seconds, because otherwise it would be kind of scuff. But attack, crit chance, and healing, so that's quite nice. While the hologram is active, the target gains immunity to negative effects. So 15 seconds CC immunity to your highest attacker. That's kind of dope. Alright, let's see. Absolute Protection Field, LA. Creates a violet force field that lasts for 10 seconds within a wide range of self. Allies within the range of the skill have their all defense increased by 15%. Gain immunity to CC. Curious, this says negative effects and this says CC. Alright, so maybe this protects against more than just CC, okay. And have their HP healed and mana recovered every second. So basically that's 2 healing over times, and then there is extra mana. Alright, this used to be called Azure Force Field and they changed it, I guess, that's what they say here. Alright, Ultimate Laser Cannon, NCE. So summons laser cannons behind herself that fire laser beams, dealing physical damage. The hit target is inflicted with stun for 3 seconds. And becomes manipulated for 15 seconds. Afterwards, the cannons additionally fire a total of 9 laser beams to random enemies. Each laser beam deals damage, inflicts stun, and inflicts manipulated for 15 seconds. God, that's hard to pronounce. Enemies who are manipulated have their heal rate reduced by 5% and take 7% increased all damage, and this can stack up 7 times. So that's 35% heal rate reduction and 49%, math is hard, increased all damage. So that's not bad, I guess. Comes with stuns and stuff. Now, of course, the question here is the cooldowns of these skills. We do not know that unless you guys have access to some leaks, which I do not, sadly. And then her skill 4 increases self's all defense and mana recovery per attack, and so this is only for herself, and then increases the attack of all allies. In the Technomagic Kingdom, so chapter 10, it increases all allies' damage dealt to bosses by 15. So using her should make clearing that chapter a lot easier. They continue with the soul weapon, but let's just go to her unique weapon first. So Wonder of Magos Le Flamme Corbeau Rose. I hope I pronounced that properly. Probably not. So let's see, the following buffs are applied to the target based on the number of Technomagic gear equipped to each ally. So part 1 increases attack, 2 parts increases all defense, increases max HP, and then damage dealt to enemies. So as far as I understand, if each of your characters will get this buff based on how many TM gear they have equipped, which is quite nice. Do bear in mind that this is the base version of the skill or the effect. At 5 stars this should be higher. I'm guessing maybe 30%ish attack and maybe 15 to 20% damage to all enemies. That would sound like normal scaling, I guess. Okay, and now we can go up to the soul weapon again. So charge is over 25 seconds. Using it dispels negative effects from self and uses the Soul of Wonder, so you can't interrupt this. That's quite nice. Is there for 15 seconds, applying the effect that increasing the amplification of the unique weapon by 3 times. So when this is popped, you get 3 times the effect of this one. So maybe like 90% attack and maybe 45% damage to all enemies. That sounds pretty dope. And it lasts 15 seconds, so easy to line up with burst windows. That's pretty good. Let's see, increases the duration of the by 5 seconds, so this goes up to 20 seconds, and recovers mana of all allies. Not bad, not bad. And then Advancement Phase 2 reduces skill activation requirements by 10 seconds, and upon activation reduces all allies cooldown of all active skills by 5 seconds. I don't know, this part seems a bit lackluster, maybe, I don't know. Like, okay, 15 seconds activation or cooldown is, or no, activation time, that's not the cooldown, we don't know the cooldown from this, is not too bad, but also kind of depends how many charges she has. This way she might just burn through her charges super fast, and that could be kind of bad for you if you want to put her on auto in certain situations. And this part reduces all allies cooldown of all active skills by 5 seconds. I mean, it's not bad, but you kind of want to activate it before a burst window, and then the whole cooldown activation doesn't really matter because you would be saving your cooldowns for, I don't know, I'm trying to wrap my head around this one, and I'm not quite sure yet where this would be good. Maybe somewhere, I don't know. Okay, let's move on. Transcendence perks. So skill 1, this is the nice buff. It can apply to the 2 allies with the highest attack, or it can give like 50% crit damage. 50% crit damage is kind of nice in most cases. Let's see, skill 2 reduces damage taken by 25%, so that's pretty nice if you do not want to die. Or it can give you like 300 attack speed. Normally you don't need that much attack speed because you have like May and stuff. So this is, I think, damage taken reduction is, or damage reduction is kind of nice. Let's see, laser cannon dispels positive effects. Could be alrightish in some situations. Reduces mana cost by 1. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe PvP. Lol. I don't know. Alright, Technomagic Awakening. So this is reduces damage all allies take by 30% in Technomagic Kingdom, and increases all allies damage dealt to bosses by 15% in the Technomagic Kingdom. I think this one is kind of lackluster. It helps you clear TM stuff. Maybe, I'm not sure if it counts for TM raids. Maybe it does. Probably, possibly. But beyond that, it doesn't. So yeah, you would probably not use this one. Okay. So there is tier 5 light, and there is tier 5 dark. Reduces all damage all allies take by 2.5%, and increase all damage all enemies take by 2.5%. This effect can be stacked up to a number of Technomagic gears equipped to self. So basically, depending on how many Technomagic gears she is wearing. So with 4 this would be 10%, 10%. I mean, not bad. And then there are her unique treasures. Let's see, this is for skill 1, the hologram stuff. So the effect addition increases damage dealt to non-hero enemies by 10%, and the target's cooldown reduction by 50%. So I guess this one won't scale. So that's 0.3 seconds per, I guess, second every time it procs. So not too bad. And then non-hero damage, depending on how high this scales, this could be pretty good for like DPS buffing. Dispels negative effects from self upon use, so you can't interrupt her S2, which is quite nice. For the duration of this force field, increases the target's all block chance by 200. Kind of sounds PvP-ish to me, so I don't know. Unique treasure skill 3. So reduces the cooldown of the laser cannons, which you do not know yet what the cooldown actually is, and changes the max number of manipulated stacks to 10, which means that manipulated now gives 50% heal rate reduction and 70% increased all damage. That could be interesting, especially in places where you need a lot of healing reduction. Galgoria, or maybe even Apocalypsion. If you use this one, it might mean that you can actually run without a Solar Stone. You could just take maybe Estelle and this UT, and that might be enough, provided that you can keep up the debuff on the boss. There is only like one boss on Apocalypsion, so if you have, it might mean that you can run something else than Solar Stone for that particular fight, which would be real nice because I hate having to run Solar Stone and my Lomon getting one-tapped by the boss sometimes. It's really annoying, but yeah, we'll see. And I'm not quite sure if it's the cooldown reduction or if it's the stacks that will scale with this one. Could be the stacks, although it's only like 10 hits, I think. So it says like It does say 9 laser beams here, so there is 1 laser beam, and then there is 9 laser beams, so I don't know how you can stack this up to more than 10 times. So it could be this, or it could be the non-hero damage and the extra cooldown reduction. I think those will be her 2 main UTs in PvE. And then her UT4, all def boost and mana recovery, which is only a self effect, now will apply to all allies and increases the heal rate of all allies. Maybe PvP stuff. So all in all, looks interesting. Definitely has some nice buffs there, and we get her for free. I'm not quite sold on her A2 soul weapon yet, unless I'm missing here something. Let me know if I have missed something. But yeah, other than that, she looks pretty cool. And then yeah, let's see how this is so nice. But yeah, let's see how she actually works out in game after the patch comes up. But yeah, we have some events, so let's head over to the event page and see what all we get there. So of course, most of the events are centered all around Valence. The one is the story dungeon and special dungeons. You will be using fixed heroes for these and get some rewards. Now the first clear, so clearing story dungeon 1 will unlock Valance, and then you will get the story dungeons, 8 of them. Will give you these roses data discs that you can use for the that you can turn these in for the rewards, which you will see in a moment. And then there are the special dungeons, which will be giving you her unique treasures, so 3 of her unique treasures. And then after that you get these data discs that you can turn in here. As you can see, you get 2 of her unique weapons, so that's 2 free unique weapons for her already. That's pretty nice. And 1 of her soul weapons. And one additional note about her soul weapon in the next one, in the next event, that I shouldn't forget about. So yeah, here we can see, and the Circle of Friendship one is repeatable, but of course you will probably only be able to repeat it like once, so that's how they usually balance it. Okay, so that's all about her story dungeon, but if we move on to the other page, then we can see some more events related to her, which is celebrating the release of Valance, the new hero progression event. So basically, if this is about spending stamina each day, and then there are some other missions that you can do, and for those missions you get points, and for those points you can get various rewards like stamina potions, reforged tickets that looks like an artifact selector. We get these lucky clovers, protection of the God King, and at the end there is another soul stone for Valance. And this is important to note because some people, like definitely not me, can get a bit overexcited getting a new character and like instant A2 them and then end up with a spare soul stone because they forgot about the event rewards. This definitely did not happen to me with like Isaiah. Nope. So yeah, two soul stones that you can get from events, but this one probably you can only get if you do some pulls. So if you get any unique gears, 1, 3, or 5, then you will get extra points. Then you will get extra points for getting Valance, for reaching tier 5 with her, for reaching level 100 with her, and some other points for getting her limited costume. So I haven't really checked how many points you can get from the daily rewards, just from the stamina spending and then getting Valance from the story dungeon and stuff. But yeah, you probably need to do some pulls to get like 5 unique gears. It doesn't have to be Valance gear, it just has to be unique gears that you get from the all-in-one summons. So yeah, they do say here which ones count, but that's quite nice. So yeah, and then extra soul stones are quite nice too. Moving on, there is also the Hero Academia School 2021, which is starting also on Tuesday, so like tomorrow. And every day this will give you an all-in-one summon, the 10 type. For this you need to do Tower of Challenge, League of Victory, Stockade Wall. So using these, it should not be terribly hard to get some unique gears, you know? So if you do your dailies, you should be getting these. At the end, there is a 3 of them reward. So I think getting 5 unique gears from all of these pools should not be too hard. So that's quite nice. And then we have the usual heroes in kinship rate, the weekend sale, the burning time, the dragon raid, field raid bonuses. No TM bonus this time, but yeah, the usual buffs. I'm particularly happy with this for this one because my alts do love that that buff. So yeah, important part: do not get A2 Valance on day 1, otherwise you will be wasting 2 soul stones. Or well, maybe you can get them if you want, so that's like kinda up to you whether you wanna spend like that or not, but yeah. Alright, and then finally I think we have the special shop left. Let's head over there. So as always, I do not advocate for spending in the game. This is totally up to you. Let's see what the shop has to offer. First and foremost, of course, we have the step up summon for Valence, 10 summons for the price of 5k rubies each. 2 of them are at a discounted price of 2.5k, which means the total cost of obtaining her limited costume is 45k. And for this you will get some random unique treasure ticket Valance, unique treasure ticket Valance, random unique treasure ticket Valance, unique treasure ticket Valance. So there are no unique weapons in this, of course, because she is an NPC. And the drop rate on these is quite abysmal, as you might remember. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you whether how badly you want that costume or not. I'll probably pull because I always pull when I have the rubies, and I have around 45k ish, so I can probably get this done. But I don't know if I really want that costume so far. I will have to check how it looks in game, maybe. All right. Let's see. Valence growth package. This looks kind of trash. Other than the TP, it's not really worth, I think. And a lot of the other stuff is just for real money, and I have scanned through it but haven't really seen anything that got me like, oh my god, I need to spend, but maybe I just missed them because I usually don't look too much at the real money part. We do have well, they do have these witches lucky boxes which can give you stuff for the still ongoing Ophelia event, although I think you can't obtain materials anymore from spending stamina, so I don't know. Anyway, mysterious rune legendary for 1k rubies. You can buy this 10 times every week. I still don't think this is worth, unless you are like super rich. Technomagic switch gear, so this is for entering Dark Dim. That's alright. Protection of the God King for 1k rubies, that's not too bad. Technomagic experiment report, so you can get for 1500 rubies, you can get 10 of them. Also only if you are like super lucky. Enchantment core lucky box for 2k rupees, so this can give you some technomagic enchantment stuff. Could be good, could be bad, depending on your luck. Random soulstone ticket for 4k rupees, definitely not worth in my opinion. And then there is some new subscription product which gives random artifact tickets, and you have a chance at getting like a special artifact ticket. I don't know, random artifacts, and then you can get one normal or event artifact for from these. From the special one you can select one normal or one event one. So because of the sheer amount of normal artifacts and how useless a lot of them are, I don't think this is particularly worth. Kind of depends on the price. I haven't really checked. They don't say how much you can get from this, but Lewis token 22. Now I don't remember how much that means, but whatever. I think that's very random. So if you like gambling for your money, then maybe then. And then of course we have like a birthday package, which is November birthday heroes. They do mention here Aisha. Oh, I can get Aisha Wawi. Yeah, that was really all that I have seen. Okay, and this is the core. Yeah. So, as said, that's all really about the shop. And the patch itself, it's mainly about Valance. I hope I can bring you like a more in-depth guide soonish, but we need the servers to come up and we need to see some actual numbers and how it all plays out. Until then, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And this has been Cloudie for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.